Welcome to another Stone-Face Reaction. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch another Rusty Eater Bisco. Last time, we had a whole lot of drama, I think, where, after a short fight, everyone came to terms, decided that, hey, Milo hanging out with Bisco is probably for the best right now, except now, their sister has been captured, and you suggested probably put on a crucifix later. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do that, but more importantly, Milo tries to poison Bisco. Bisco doesn't like it. They get into a fight. Milo goes ahead and finally injects the sleep toxin into him, and decides to go and try to save his sister himself.
Is sedation poisoning?
Yes,
Is
in a very technical sense, yes.
is a sedative a poison? Is that the equation that we're making here?
Yeah,
Is it?
like it's MD50 is probably high enough that there's a middle ground to be had. It's like how chloroform works as well, where it's like uh certain amounts reduce the amount of oxygen that your brain can take and induce unconsciousness. Too much lack of oxygen will kill you, though.
Right. But what's the definition of poison?
Uh, Everything is a poison. It just depends on how much.
Right. So,
The MD50 is specifically how much a normal human being can probably take before half of people die.
all right. Also,
Water is poisonous. You can drink too much water and die.
yeah, milk, chocolate.
Oxygen is poisonous. It's constantly destroying you.
That's why we have cell mitosis and regeneration.
Exactly. It's as if beings are adapted for most substances that they need, but not others.
Yeah, anyway, they super depowered Milo's sister and then gave her a weird story arc where she's going to get crucified and doing that thing where they make women out to be objects to be saved and not their own people for some reason. And yeah, Tokyo's mayor, or where, obviously not Tokyo, wherever the fuck the main headquarters of the
The
story has
mob
been.
mayor.
Well, yeah, whatever town that was, that obviously clearly has been told to us, but we forgot the name of,
Yeah, it's been a bit.
has taken the double-headed centipede dragon that has the rust eater mushroom in it, and
Mm-hmm.
taking it back to his demon headquarters where he has demon sidekicks apparently.
I don't remember that part.
You don't
There were
remember they had
demons.
red eyes?
I must have missed that detail.
No, we talked about it. You just don't remember that detail.
I forget a lot of
You
things
called
here.
you thought they were zombies. I said they were demons.
Oh, okay. Still don't remember, but I'm sure I'll remember as soon as I see him. Regardless, I guess it's about time that they brought back the city and those characters into what's actively happening.
No,
Because it seemed weird to set them up so much and then just drop and forget them.
I don't
But
think
here
it.
we are again.
I don't think that's
They've come
gonna.
back.
Don't think that's gonna happen because they're their military base now. They're not at the
Yeah.
city anymore. They left the city. They took Jobby with them. Jobby's there at the place that they
Right,
captured
the
the woman.
characters are there. The important bits that we were all interested in.
Well, no. I'm saying that the elements that make the city aren't going to be at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
military base, like the God, what is that crawfish selling guy, or all the prostitute girls that talking about the dolls and how expensive they are, and the
Hmm.
miner with the son who needed rust injections because he thinks his son has the disease.
Rust injections.
That's what they are.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah. Still, they put several characters up there and his gang. Um, so I think the most entertaining thing out of last time was literally, our big mafia boss mayor decided, hey, I see the main protagonist just kind of hanging in air after firing an arrow. I'm going to pull out a revolver now that all of our miniguns missed and shoot at him through the window, and it worked.
Because he's a named character, the obvious villain. So
Exactly, he actually has like a +2 to his attack bonus as opposed to the -5 for the auto fire.
Well, he's not a stormtrooper, right? He hits targets. Also, he's been built up so far to be an intelligent person who's
Hmm.
making, obviously evil choices, but he's making them in a way that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, I've got all
Hmm.
these minions, but to ensure that my minions don't turn on me, they all have parasites in their guts, which will eat them and kill them unless they get this thing they can only get from me.
Right, he's like clearly paranoid in a specific way. He's very cynical in his worldview, where he's like, no, the only way this can all work is if I'm being constantly evil.
Well, I mean, he's built up a world around him in which that
Hmm.
intelligent design, right? He has built a world where he cannot fall because he's constantly working towards a goal.
Hmm. Right.
We don't know what the goal is yet, but we do know that everyone's afraid of him, and he can kill all of them easily, apparently. And apparently he has demon soldiers.
Hmm. And and you just can't beat demon soldiers, you know? Still, my guess is like at least in terms of goals, his goal is probably continued status quo. Like he obviously benefits from like this whole rust plague to some degree, or like is using it in order as a threat to maintain power.
Or not to,
So anyone who's actually trying to cure it or stop it is obviously
or
against it.
not to spoil My Hero Academia. He could be doing the whole, what do you call that arc? The last arc.
Which last arc?
The last arc of the show so far.
Uh,
You
I
know,
guess
with
that
the
was
bullets that
the
take away
mutant
powers.
liberation arc, was
Yeah,
it?
Mutant Liberation Arc. But the bullets that take away powers, and also they were planning to sell the cure to the removal of
Oh, that was
powers.
like 2 arcs ago.
Well, no, they kind of mixed in because the Mutant Liberation Army also had the same things too.
Did they? I don't think they did. I don't remember them having it.
I don't know. Maybe who knows? You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah, yeah.
right? That he might be in it for the sale, not the power.
Hmm. Still, unfortunately, I don't think the superpowers of main characters can be taken away by darts. So
No, you
it's.
give them, you sell
I know.
the
I'm teasing.
cure. You sell the cure for
That's a
Rust.
segue.
You sell the cure for Rust. Yeah, I know, but I'm always against your segues.
I know you are.
Now that we're 8 episodes in, I can finally share with you. Griffin always forces these segues upon me. I want to keep talking.
I know, and I'm the only one who can stop you.
No, eventually I'd be like, okay, well, I got nothing else to say.
Speaking of having nothing else to say, I guess let's go ahead and see what happens.
Oh, it's your episode.
Oh my gosh, they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell yeah.
You've activated my trap card. They are playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
I like how he already knew what was in his hand.
Well, that's what you do when you're playing against a guy who has the millennial eye.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, he got here fast.
And, right through the front door, which even his sister couldn't get through.
Just didn't leave anybody on guard, I guess.
Keep calling him mayor, apparently. He's the governor. It is a weird take, though, that the main bad guy is equal parts Seto Kaiba, equal parts... No, sorry, not Seto Kaiba. What the fuck's the guy with the millennial eye?
Maximilian Pegasus.
He's equal parts Maximilian Pegasus and, oh god, the rapist from the second season, part of Sword Art Online.
I don't remember. He's the main antagonist, but I don't remember his name.
Sword Art Online, it was the Elfheim arc, Because he even goes as far as...
Yeah.
They might call this a crucifix pose, by the way.
Also, yes, you win. You got that right.
But no, the guy for that one also hung Asuna up in this way, except that he would be stripping off her clothes. Thank God, Red Hot Poker, not stripping her clothes. We're not going the weird route.
I gotta say, so he's got this TV station. He's using it to broadcast his live torture of others. What's his power base outside of the city? I don't imagine like every single thing in the city is everything he needs.
Again,
right?
he's not the mayor of the city. He is the governor of the prefecture.
Oh, okay. So
That's why I was just clarifying, because he says it at the beginning of the thing. But no, I get your point that everyone's seeing this. They're seeing the captain of their own guard, by the way.
right.
お前たちの居場所もサビクイの正体も儚かった。出てきたのはこれ一つきり。これを作れたってことは知ってるってことだよな、猫柳。本当のサビクイの秘密をよ。
He's really biting down hard on his lips there.
大安吉日の日にこの女を殺す。
Also, it's definitely hard to like riff on a torture scene.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that's why we weren't riffing on it. We were just talking about other things.
At least he understands these two protagonists are clearly in some kind of relationship. He asked them over for a date.
I do like how he says his last name, though. Igaraki.
Got a mug for the camera. He could just shoot you right now.
Yeah, but there's no telling if he'd actually get his sister back. So I guess also a mix of Last of Us in there as well.
Oh yeah, if we just suddenly start shifting genre to like zombies.
Oh, that's what it is. Literally plant zombies is what we got. Last of Us.
It's a trap.
And you said they didn't have superpowers. He's using mushroom control.
Technique of the village hidden in the mushroom. Smoke bomb.
I mean, it's not like we didn't actually see that in My Hero Academia already.
Yeah. Yeah, slapping out of his hand is actually a pretty good move.
Yeah, sure. Historically, bow beats gun, right?
Exactly. Wow, that was a really short episode, huh?
I mean, penultimate episode, so something happens after this.
Oh, this is where it's going to be revealed that he was that serial killer mushroom keeper guy.
I don't know. I like the architect turn that was happening there.
Oh,
You're
gosh,
not the
yeah.
first chosen one. Oh, you've read my book.
俺がキノコ森だったからだよ。
何か毒を。
糸繰り竹というキノコがあってだな。名前通りの。
I hate this very stupid term of just naming them shroom at the end and whatever they do at the beginning.
Look, if everyone's in on like the stupid little joke, I'm down for it.
Oh, don't make me release my explosive shroom. It's like dumb Digimon name. Just put Mon
I'm
at the
gonna
end
draw
of it.
my sword shroom. Oh gosh, yeah, it is exactly Digimon, isn't it?
Shroom replacing a Mon.
だがこんな便利な技術をキノコ森どもは下法だと言って認めなかった。猫柳、君に敬意を表し腹を割って話すことにしよう。俺はな、本当のことを言えば、サビ食いの薬効などというものには全く興味がないんだよ。ただ独り占めはしたくてな。
Well, what'd I say?
今日本中の行政機関が何の収入を当てにしてるか。
As I said, he's in it for the sale. I called that too.
Yeah, you got it right.
政府支給の錆びつきアンプルだよ。世界と金は錆びた人間の
I am so disappointed in the world building now.
回ってるんだ。
The world's over. It's an apocalypse. No, the world government and economy runs on.
It runs on big pharmaceuticals.
This is like the end of the Resident Evil movies where you find out the world's been overrun with zombies, but the world, there's governments all over the place.
俺も中央政府の手駒便利な悪徳知事ってだけじゃなくなる。サビ食いのおかげで意味浜は中央政府と同等以上の交渉力を持つことになるんだ。
There you go, Imihama.
そろそろ教えて
Now I remember the city.
サビ食いはどうやって変質する。この際赤星の首は勘弁しようじゃないか。
根こそぎ狩り尽くすつもりだな。
聞いたことだけ答えろ。でなきゃ今この場で殺す。いえ猫柳。
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess didn't expect him to be a mushroom keeper and have anti-mushroom stuff.
Yeah, that kind of reveal kind of ruined things for him.
I mean, I guess he could have expected it, though, since the dude knew stuff about mushrooms enough to come get the Rust Eater mushroom.
Right.
かりおかしくなりやがった。キノコ森の営業だか知らないが、無様なもんだ。
飯はどこじゃ。飯をくれ。
しょうがねえな。そんなに食いたいなら食わせてやるよ。哀れなじじいだぜ。ああ、こっちは異常ねえ。ひなびたじじいのおもり役なんて退屈でしょうがねえよ。やってらんねえよ、まったく。ま、知事のわがままを聞かずに済むけどな。おい、よろしく。あ
This is basically like watching somebody who has the Philosopher's Stone do anything, right? It's like...
Yeah, like he could literally pull anything out that he wants.
Well, yeah, you're laughing, but it's like, for me, it's like what the tenseness of any situation is instantly removed, knowing that my characters can literally do anything.
I mean, at the same time, he just had to escape from jail, which isn't the hardest thing to do, apparently, here.
Sure, he took a dead rat, some wall scrapings, and a prick of his own hair, and created acid strong enough to eat metal. He could also create explosives at any moment we don't know about.
キノコがサビをばらまくなんて迷信を日本中にばらまいたのが俺だと言ったら国に何の罪もないお前たちキノコ森を売ってうまい飯を
Honestly, I already expected that to be the case, so...
それでもお知り合いになれねえか赤星。
お前が
It was you.
そうか助かったぜ言ってくれて。知らねえうちに片手まで仇討ちするとこだった。赤星てめえの首 鹿みてえに壁に飾ってやる。
Wait,
Wait, was
his
that a
arm
cyber
robotic?
arm all along?
Yeah.
気すんだか？俺に勝てそうかよ、黒川。どうなんだこれ。
I just expect a lot more blood too if that was a real arm. Oh, puppet! Damn it!
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, no, I was just being a lot more enthusiastic if his other arm also had a crossbow on it.
とんでもねえ矢を撃ちやがる。義手じゃなきゃ死んでた。
Yeah, prosthetic he was.
Yeah, there you go.
サビヤだよ。サビ風の毒性を凝縮した毒矢だ。怖え。見てみろあの目をよ。まだどんな手を持ってるかわかんねえ。猫柳もう一発いっとこうぜ。
ああ、嫌だ嫌だ嫌だ。お願いだから僕に撃たせないで。
Man, for a finale fight, this is actually pretty messed up.
Penultimate. Penultimate, not finale.
And, okay, I guess there's another one.
I mean, I don't know if there's another fight. I just know. Doesn't make sense that we're gonna end it on a.
Time up.
I love it when they use English.
お願い。ビスコを撃たないで。僕をどうしてもいいからビスコを助けて。お願いします。
だったらお前には切り札があるよな。サビ食いの秘密を教えろよ。見ろ、やら。いいね、小柳。次は赤星の脳天をぶち抜かせんぞ。見ろ。
キノコ森の血だ。
Signal, I thought everything froze.
純血のキノコ森の血とサビ食いを調合する。それでサビ食いは本来の薬効を取り戻す。サビを食い溶かすキノコに。
よくできました。それで猫柳、当然分かってたわけだよな。このままお前ら二人を生かして俺が返すわけがねえってこと。
そんな。
そりゃそうだろう。
Yeah, he's kind of got everything now.
見逃したら殺しに来るような奴らを生かしとくわけね。
Well, yeah, no incentive to let them live. Why would you, right?
Yeah, negotiations just kind of broke down like at the first arrow shot here.
I mean, yeah. Because his opening arrows were intended to kill this guy, so.
Bisco.
Got it in his teeth, threw it
Threw
back,
it back
yeah.
with his mouth.
With enough strength to, you know, hit harder than an actual arrow could. So if he was frozen in place before, how did he start the... Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot about Magic MacGyver from the basement.
Now perfectly healed and ready to be the final factor of the fight. Oh, Jabby also knows this guy.
パウを見ませんでしたか。まだ見つかっていないんです。
それなら心配だ。わしがもう助けた。
And it all happened off screen.
No, looks like it's happening on screen.
はい。
ジャビロ。
若い女の部屋にしてずいぶん殺風景じゃな。
かたしけない。
さあ、長いは無用。早く逃げ。
あなたは。
逃げるさ。チートを細工をしてからな。ほれ、ここはジジイに任せてさっさと行き。
どうかご無事で。このゴーンは必ずお返しします。
さっきのやつに噛まれたか。
I was about to say she doesn't know that her brother is coming, but at the same time, that's the whole reason she's been tortured.
まさかと思っ
Right.
て来てみたらやっぱりお前たちじゃ。
チャビさん。
なんだこいつら。黒川の手駒じゃ。見つかってしもうたか。
デクが何人来ようが。
強がるない。その膝じゃもう一部の力も出んぞ。サビアだけはわしの近日でもどうにもならん。
A number of people in this show
ビスコの羽じゃ。
that have taken an arrow to the knee.
直してくれるか。
はい。
逃げろ。
This adventure should already be over.
てめえはどうするんだ。しんがりがおらんでどうする。わしは最後に逃げるわい。
I mean, Jabi was basically like on the verge of death and came back.
息子を傷物にされて黙ってられる親がいるか。行き。
And again, sacrificing himself.
And still alive. At least for another episode.
I was about to say, if that was just a rocket,
I mean,
it was
why
gonna end
not?
real fast.
Yeah, they've used all other weapons. But I imagine that would also turn into one of those, you know, bullet piercing another bigger bullet.
Gosh, just direct fire an RPG. We're playing an FPS now, everybody.
Bisco!
Oh, these ones have the hat.
You know, maybe you should weave something.
And they just have some guns.
Nah, it seems like they're like high-powered crossbows.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting mix.
They're clearly not guns because they're shooting crossbow bolts.
And Giant Crab wins the day. The only character to not get severely hurt.
You mean, what are you talking about? He lost an arm, remember?
In this fight.
Does it hurt? I've been shot 17 times. Although I doubt I'm going to die.
They might actually stick it.
Do you honestly think Milo is going to be dead when we have an episode left of the show?
Yes, I would say that would be a very interesting way to go with this.
俺が何者か分かった。あんたはどうだ。次回君を愛
Told you it was a love story.
Hey, and they don't spoil it either.
We
Oh,
mean
he's
Even
definitely dead.
So we mean they don't spoil it. No, he's definitely alive.
No, that's definitely dead.
No, you're seeing like this is the fake out because you also saw him just carrying him on his back. He's fine, or he will be fine. This sappy shonen, superpowered, overpowered thing is not going to end with our main hero who has no maturity whatsoever weeping over a grave or lamenting at the life he could have had. He's gonna fucking get everything he ever wanted, and that's what's gonna happen.
Or everyone could die and he's alone again, and the next season they have to give him a new cast of people as he tries to fit in with them and continually goes on the road of like, no, I can't connect with new people because everyone I know dies.
I mean, that's the rub, right? That this is based on a long-running manga, and that are we seeing the opening of a shonen show which just has an irreverent main character who does whatever the fuck he wants, gets away with it, or are we seeing the Berserk? Are we seeing Berserk where it is actually a very serious show? We're just getting a really swift opening into what it's all about, and this episode and the next one are going to be the equivalent of, Guts getting his arm ripped off and seeing everyone sacrificed before him, and that we just were ill prepared, unknowing what we were entering into.
It would be an immense twist, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't even think of the equivalent. It would be like Naruto, watching 10 episodes of Naruto, and then the last 2 episodes turning into a psychological thriller. It's like,
No, it's watching 50 episodes of Chunin Exam and then going, all right, and now we're gonna change it up to like sci-fi space adventure.
I guess
Just complete left field.
Well, no, I mean, cause you have to enter the psychological horror element of Berserk at some point if we're gonna give it the equation there. It's not so much that it's totally out of left field. It's like if you did watch 10 episodes of Naruto and then they went hard into the swing, basically. You know, he sits on the swing. I have no family. Everyone hates me, and it just goes Gaara crazy on everybody. That's the equivalency here. That's inside the show's realm. It's not.
Man, what a different show that would be. We could have had ninja kaiju battles. I guess we get them anyway.
Yeah. No, we do get ninja kaiju battles. It's literally, God, what's the arc where they're on the floating island turtle thing?
I don't know. Again, I usually end up stopping watching after like the tune-in exam stuff.
I watched for a long time, and then I even opened up a whole thing of what are the filler episodes that you can just skip, and which ones are the ones that are manga-based. And I went to that, and I think I got to 500, 400, and I can't remember. My problem is that I was doing it at the same time. Well, I was doing it at the same time where I was trying to catch up with One Piece. I'm not even halfway through One Piece. Like, I'm like 600.
One Piece, you'll be there for the next year. Don't worry. Don't you worry about that.
No, I tried, and I still have the tabs open. I'm just not doing it anymore.
Still, the precise resolution of this show, kind of unknown. Like, we definitely have our suspicions, but, you know.
I mean, it's a 50-50 shot right now. You think he's dead, and I don't know what else happens after that, and I think he's alive. And
6 arrows in the snow, no additional help.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you watching a different show this entire season? Where these people haven't been able to do miraculous shit, like getting thrown across an entire city into a building-sized pin? And
that is true. The entirety of the show doesn't so much run on like any particular real-world logic as much as it does like run on narrative, right?
Well, did you forget Jobby in the basement with his MacGyver magic mushrooms? Literally put a word in front of a mushroom.
The excuse that they would use if they had to explain it, or like they have like 7 Magna panels, right? Where there's just like, yes, I pre-put spores of mushroom on each individual thread of my beard, so specifically for this occasion. So I have every single thing I need if I just pluck a single hair.
Again, it's also a world where mushrooms can do anything. So literally, next episode starts with the regen shroom. And he's fine.
The regen shroom. They find the 1-up shroom.
Well, I mean, who knows, right? They literally super fast grow these mushrooms at the end of an arrow, right? So they've got something that super accelerates growth. So it's not far beyond that to super accelerate, cell regeneration or something equally sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah. Also, in something that just kind of like struck me that I didn't quite connect immediately was that, alright, so he has like the control shrooms, and everyone he has around him wears the big pink bunny hats. I'm pretty sure those are connected specifically so he can hide that fact.
I don't think so, actually, because we've seen those people take those hats off, and they're just normal people.
Right, so they're intermingled. You never know which one is one that's controlled or one who's just a goon.
I mean, it seems more likely that he's... Because you see him in the beginning of this episode experimenting with them still. So it seems more likely that he's just doing it here at the base. That
he just found it out?
Well, I don't know that he just found it out. It's probably something he's been experimenting with since he's that guy from the past. I just mean that these are probably... These are probably his test subjects, right? If you see any... Again, I keep pointing back to Resident Evil. Any Resident Evil thing, they keep it all in one place, even if the people travel around. Did you see the second Resident Evil movie?
No, I think I only saw the first Resident Evil movie.
Oh. And the second one, like the doctors and everything, they live in Raccoon City, but they do everything in that big old subterranean thing. So when they're evacuating Raccoon City, all the doctors and everything, they get the notice, hey, get to the edge of the city real quick. So it's like, yeah, we live here. He has a job in Imahara, or whatever it was called, and he still has his base full of secret projects, is what I think is going on there. Because those guys were just wearing hats. They didn't have to wear giant bunny suit heads. Also, what's her name was wearing a giant bunny suit head, and she only got the parasite.
Right. And I do have to kind of wonder about, like, what will they do for a second season here, that's for sure. You just mentioned they could have a whole lab of just secret things, and those just start popping up.
I have no idea. I didn't read anything about the manga. I'll be honest, this was on my picks based only on, visual stimulation.
Right, it looked really cool, which it definitely still looks really cool.
Yeah, no, it has an
This
art.
entire thing was just pure action and constant, like, drops of information, like, specifically dramatic information.
Yeah, to remind, this was your 5th tier pick and my 1st tier pick. So it's high up there.
Pretty high up there on our list.
Yeah, but apparently neither of us did any research about it before we watched it, which is good, because I don't,
That's how you get the genuine reaction right here.
Yeah. I mean, imagine not knowing anything about Berserk and watching the last 2 episodes, thinking that you were just on some real slow, low-level fantasy trip.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got. Next time we're going to see whether he lives or dies, and that's going to be great.
But I mean, obviously it is confirmation of it's a love story.
It is definitely a love story.
I knew it from the opening and episode 1.
This is just the day where you've called literally everything and you've been constantly right. Good job. You rolled the dice. All right. So, I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and this has been Stone Face Reactions. We'll catch you next time. See you, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching another Stone Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?